what else can you say about him, right? He's just special.
Yeah, we're short of words and adjectives and everything. Superlatives. We were at the game, as we said earlier. You just watch him, and that third goal. I mean, Vardiol had been one of the best defenders, if not the best defender of this tournament.
Probably has been.
He's 15 years younger than him, and yet he turns him over twice, and literally make him look like a child and like a lower league player. Yeah. It's just incredible. He's been very good with PSG, and clearly the objective was to be fit for this World Cup, to be at his peak, which is great. But even with that, I don't think I expected him to be that good. I don't think he expected himself to be that good, because he's been incredible from start to up to now.
I mean, but in that stadium, particularly for the second half performance, Julian, it was incredible. And what I was saying in commentary, I've never seen a player, right, with so much talent that showed defenders the ball as well, inviting them in, and they just, when they think they can come in and get a toe, he just gets another bit on it, and away he goes again. It's genius.
So when Lilian Thuram was playing for Barcelona towards the end of his career, one day he said, come over for the weekend and you can come to training. And I think they were playing away at Villarreal or something. So you come to the game and everything. So I was really privileged, and that would have been maybe 08 or 09. So not a peak Messi, which was 11, 12, 13 when he scored all those goals in the calendar year, but it was still amazing. And Thuram used to say, okay, come to training and just watch him. He said the most amazing thing is, usually as a defender, you get yourself ready and you know the forward is going to come at you, and he's going to think about doing something as a skill in his head, and then as a defender you need to try to see where the ball is going. You go with Messi, he waits for you as a defender to make the first move,
and then he's away.
And then because his feet are so quick, then that's how he dribbles you. He said so it's impossible almost to stop him, because he's waiting for you to make the first move instead of a normal forward who would make the first move, and you as a defender you respond to it. And just for that, and watching him at training that day, I would never forget. He would just be walking around, and then as soon as the ball arrived, it would be like literally glued to his foot, and no one could take him away from him.
I've watched that last night. I watched the third goal, Alvarez's third goal. I must have watched it a dozen times. And he goes away, gets the ball on the right-hand side, and away he goes on that run. And I'm looking at Gvardiol, and he doesn't really do a lot wrong.
No, you're right.
He doesn't do a lot. He's got his body between Messi and the goal. He's defending him. Actually, at the final bit, Julien, he's got Messi facing away from the goal, which is even better. And then Messi, there's a bit where he just drops his right shoulder and his body feints to the right. Gvardiol goes with him, bang, and he's away. And that's when he goes and takes a touch.
And he goes on the outside, but with his left foot.
But
even with his left foot, which is unbelievable.
I want to ask you about Alvarez, because I think it's 4 goals that he's now scored in the World Cup. Two of those came last night. He wasn't expected to necessarily be the one that shines. Martinez was supposed to be the one that shines. What have you made of the way that he's handled this World Cup? 22 years old.
Yeah, 22. I think he's got 7 goals in his 8 starts for Argentina. And yesterday we saw again, like in the quarterfinal, how important it is for that team. Not even just for the goals, but all the runs that he makes stretches the defense so much. And he's a pain to defend against, because he can go short, he can go long, he's running behind, he presses, he runs a lot. He's a wonderful talent. And I think for City with Haaland, you think, okay, they've got an amazing striker, but he's not bad either.
Apparently, I read something this morning that Pep was talking to a few of the City players, and someone said to him, you know, who's got the best chance of winning the World Cup? And they're all like looking around at each other, and obviously there's like the English guys in there, the Belgians in there, all the other people in there. And then he looked at him and he was like, he does, Alvarez and Argentina, and called it from like the very, very beginning. And the second goal that he took, I know you need a little bit of luck in these things, but for the run and to score that goal.
The pace he has, and then he's feeling so confident now.
I just think, you know, playing with somebody like Messi and De Bruyne, right? If you're a forward, it must be an absolute dream, because any run you make, you might not necessarily get the ball all the time, but they know where you are, and if they see it fit, you'll get it the majority of the time.
Yeah, you're right. And on the first goal, he's made a couple of runs first, and then the ball comes back to Argentina. Lovren is on the wrong side, and he makes that run, and then you don't see him again because he's got that pace.
Hey Julien, good luck.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bon chance, mon ami.
Merci beaucoup. Merci,
à demain, à demain.
J'espère.
France are in a World Cup semi-final tonight. They play Morocco. Julien Laurens is not going to be able to contain himself. Look, fingers crossed for you guys.
Thank you.
Hope it goes well for you because he's friend of the show. And also because France knocked out England. So I guess, what did we think? Do we want them to win? I don't really know how I feel about this.
And I'm playing for talkSPORT tomorrow as well against TV here in Doha. So now, you know, you can.
Good for you.
For me,
good
for you.
Well, hope you lose that one, right?